Y'all got to get some help. Y'all absolutely got to get some help.
You watch the videos, you listen to the music, you read the tweets, and you feel like y'all in cahoots. You not cahoots. She don't fucking know you. The person that we're seeing in the camera on the Instagram videos is not the real person. That's not the real person. That's the persona. That's what's being sold. I don't know who she is. You all think you know who she is because you eat up the entertainment like it's a relationship.
Last week we talked about Meg Thee Stallion and her breaking up with Klay Thompson because supposedly, allegedly, Klay Thompson might have cheated. And we kind of alluded to the fact that a lot of y'all are doing entirely too much with these parasocial relationships that y'all have built, right? It started with the couple goals thing. And now it seems pretty much that anything Meg does, a lot of black women are just going to ride with it no matter what.
Fuck you think you talking to, nigga? Fuck me, nah, nigga. Fuck you, nigga.
What you say now?
For Megan! Oh my God, what is wrong with you?
Some black women are just beyond repair when it comes to anything that has to do with hurting Meg Thee Stallion.
Did nobody even know who Klay Thompson was? Like, you don't understand, like, Meg's reach is so much further than a Klay Thompson, just a basketball player. Like, it's international. There's so many people who found out who Klay Thompson was through Meg. You just don't get it. Don't understand.
That's somebody who is a victim of their algorithm.
A victim of their algorithm. I guess never watched a basketball game. Like okay. Let me put it to you this way.
Multiple championships with the Golden State Warriors.
When Klay Thompson is working, not only is the Meg Thee Stallions of the world in attendance, but all of us are in attendance. We're either watching at home or we're in the stands. There's a Billy Crystal. There's a Jack Nicklaus.
There's a Steve Ballmer.
All of those people are in attendance paying $50,000 a pop to watch Klay Thompson. Now, I know people didn't spend a lot of money to see Meg Thee Stallion around the country, but I don't think anybody has ever spent $50,000 to go see Meg Thee Stallion. For one seat, I don't think anybody has ever spent 50 bands to go see Meg Thee Stallion in prime time, baby.
Especially in Silicon Valley at the height of the Warriors' popularity. What are we talking about?
Has Meg had an international tour yet? Has she been out the country?
Maybe in Japan.
Okane hasegu hanare wa ska okane kasegu hatashi wa ska.
So then, as I'm scrolling through the timeline, first thing I see is that women are organizing a cheat first response. And I'm like, okay.
Deranged.
Like, okay.
Yes, women, band together and ruin your relationships for a woman you've never met.
Thank you. Now, I get it, right? Part of that is a joke.
No, I don't get it.
But, no, I get that part of that is a joke as a response. But people will actually do that shit because they ride for Meg so fucking
That's
hard.
why that video was hilarious. It's just, you don't even know Klay Thompson. I said, don't say that name. Klay didn't even do, I said, don't say that name.
So I see that and I'm just like, all right, people are going to actually do that and they're going to ruin their own relationships again for people that they don't know. Then I saw that people are entering WNBA player Lexie Brown's DMs with death threats towards her.
The rumor was that Klay was cheating on Meg with Lexie Brown, allegedly. Mm-hmm. Now we've seen nobody talk about it other than Lexie Brown. Lexie Brown has come out and is basically on both of their backs. Like, look, I don't know Meg Thee Stallion, but I don't feel like it should be very hard to come out and dispel that I was the person that this was all going on with. Klay, especially because we actually are friends. Mm-hmm. I get it. You trying to remain out of the media. You're not really trying to talk about shit, even though both of y'all have posted social media after the breakup.
Yep.
So I don't think it would have been that hard to, throw a bone to your friend.
It's not Lexie Brown.
It's not Lexie. From Klay's side, you don't want to be like saying, oh, it's not Lexie, because then you confirming that you cheated. by saying that it's not the girl. From Meg's perspective, she probably like, I don't know that bitch anyway, so that ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah. And she just saying, I'm saying it's foul on both of y'all's side to have this shit going on, not confirming or denying anything, and then allowing her name to get dragged through the mud, especially if you're her friend. Especially if y'all have a prior relationship. Because why do I have to randomly get roped up in your shit anyways?
To the point of affecting my safety and well-being.
Like that's it's dead, bro. Like, I get it. If you don't want to talk about shit, you just want to drive around on your boat and act unbothered, then do your thing. But you can tweet and say, hop off Lexie, I would never.
I would never. It's crazy.
Or don't say that. But like that's my sister.
Yeah.
Good friend. Yeah. Like it's not what y'all saying it is.
Right.
Like I think allowing her to wear the allegations, trash.
Now, to be fair, we've seen that before when people went into Rachel Ray's after the Becky with the good hair, Beyonce bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't understand how anybody has the mental deficiency to say, you know what, I'm listening to this person's music, or I see this person twerk on Instagram, and so I gotta go ride for this person that I don't know. I would never do this for my friends, but I'm gonna do this for Meg. I'm gonna enter her fucking DMs and threaten her life.
Nobody even knows who Klay Thompson was before Megan Thee Stallion.
I don't understand this. I don't understand anybody's obsession with celebrities to that level. I promise you, you will never see me ride for anybody to that level unless they were my own best friend, family. I'm not doing that for no fucking celebrity I don't know. Y'all gotta get some help. Y'all absolutely gotta get some help.
Kevin on stage, brother, come on down. Come on down. Just like the delirious lady who thinks that the world found Klay Thompson in between Meg Thee Stallion's thighs, this was an even more delirious take. And it's really surprising from a man who's been married for a long, long time, a man who's been around for a long time. Like, he's a celebrity, well-seasoned comedian. Like, you would think he understands the difference between the type of things that you see on your algorithm, on your timeline, in real everyday life. And so to hear somebody like Kev on stage go, yeah, how you feel about Meg Thee Stallion tells me how you feel about relationships, is some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
How you feel about Megan Thee Stallion overall, from everything in her life, is a good litmus test for how you think about relationships.
How you think about women?
How you think about women?
Starting with women.
How you think about so many things. You want to date a nigga? First thing, before they bring the bread, tell me what you think about Meg Thee Stallion. From Tory Lanez to Klay Thompson. Guarantee you that's going to tell you what kind of man you're dealing with.
This is a great dating question now.
What are your thoughts on, I guarantee you, however you see the world, you going to find out whether they agree. And I'm not even saying one way or the other. But I guarantee you you going to find out whether you agree. It might be as polarizing as who you vote for president. How you think about women and relationships is how you think about Megan Thee Stallion as a person. Guarantee you 1-to-1, it's going to tell you everything you need to know about that man or the woman. Because it's not only men. There's women in there.
Oh, I've seen the women talk about free Tory. Girl, go to hell. Go to hell with his hairline.
Like, bro, I don't think there's anything more parasocial than basing how effectively someone operates in relationships to how they feel about a celebrity that they've never met, or how they feel about that celebrity's relationship status that, again, they've never met, and that being a determining factor on whether or not you either are in a healthy relationship or know what healthy relationships are. How you feel about Megan Thee Stallion dictates how you are about relationships. Fam, what life do y'all live out there in California? What is this?
I don't think it's just California. I had somebody close to me basically judge my entire life once I told them, hey, yeah, that Meg Tory situation, I don't know that I completely believe Meg. completely judged my
don't know her.
entire life after that. I was like, bro.
Don't know her.
I didn't say she was
You don't
completely
know her.
lying. I said, I don't know that she's telling the
You
full
don't know,
truth.
even to the point of whether or not she's telling the truth. Or, like, you don't know her.
I don't know the situation.
Don't know her.
I
You weren't there. You're not in a relationship with this woman. He could be dealing with absolute Cruella DeVille.
Yeah.
Absolute Cruella DeVille, and you would never know because you're so worried trying to be he man hater,
Yeah.
that you won't even entertain the possibility that maybe there's a little bit of context to the situation that's lacking.
That nobody has.
Maybe if you could hear both sides of the story, it would be more of a typical, we don't match, this is not a good fit situation, more so than he fucked me over situation. Maybe if you would just go back through the Rolodex of maybe your friends or family members and the times that they had very emotional breakups and said things initially right after the breakup that may or may not have been fair to the other person. Because that surely never happens in relationships. Surely we never say things out of emotion on the backside of a breakup that would paint the other person in an absolutely negative light. That has never happened before.
Especially when PR is involved. Your own personal PR is involved.
Golly.
Which is why I was like, okay, Meg might be lying about some things. Tori might be lying about some things. I'm somewhere in the middle, immediately judged.
Here's where I think Kev was getting at, right? Because there was some comments by Stephen A. Smith, Cameron and Mace hopped in and gave their 2
Cameron
cents.
And Mace talking about it. Stephen A. fucking
He likes to
Smith.
talk about everything.
Klay is
There's not a conversation that Stephen A. Smith doesn't want to be left out of.
disgusting.
But the conversation was kind of centered around, well, you live your life a certain way and, it reaps certain consequences is as much as I'll give the explanations. Again, I don't know Meg Thee Stallion. Don't know enough about her to speak on her life and her relationship choices and how those relationships have gone. I think it's as fair to judge Meg off of her public persona as we do other male entertainers, actors, athletes.
Yeah.
And so the same way I guess you would look at a man who has this laundry list of beautiful women that he's gone through and never have seemed to have a successful relationship with any of them. That's as harshly as I would judge Meg. Not knowing either one of them, not knowing any specifics or context for any of them. I'm not about to just sit up here and paint that person as an ultra victim, nor am I going to paint them as the ultra villain. I don't know them and it's not my place to say. How about we hop out of these people's business? How about we stop casting aspersions against people who don't agree with us socially?
Entire groups of people.
How about, no, I don't know what the fuck you feel about relationships based off of this random question to this person that you have no connection to. So basically, I'm a bad person or I'm not able to be in a relationship if I don't like Megan Thee Stallion. Do you see how ridiculous that sounds? I'm savvy enough to know that the person that we're seeing in the camera on the Instagram videos is not the real person. That's not the real person.
No, for sure.
That's the persona. That's what's being sold. I don't know who she is. You all think you know who she is because you eat up the entertainment like it's a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
You watch the videos, you listen to the music, you read the tweets, and you feel like y'all in cahoots. You not cahoots. She don't fucking know you.